just finished too, and these walls are a little bit tight. You ain't seen the last of me yet. I'll find you, baby, on that you can bet. I didn't mind the risk of a life of crime when I get out of here. Well, I was young and in love. I pulled the perfect crime. You blew the whistle on me, baby, and now I'm doing time. I guess you never loved me. You used me like a tool. And that guy out there with you must think that I'm a fool. You ain't seen the last of me yet. I'll find you, baby, on that you can bet. I didn't mind the risk of a life of crime when I get out of here. Showtime. Showtime. In alignment with the unknown zodiac, the untold sign of a fiery maniac. Within each breast awaits a stern, iridescent whirring of a six-eyed god who wings beat in a time so hard, so very hard, and we're all lost. All of us blessedly lost forever. Exactly when we're sure of ourselves. And that's exactly when the old gods return and sweep our cities back into hell. Now is the time that the old gods return. Now is the time that water begins to burn. Now is the time
7. Hear the chiming of the ice cream truck, rambling like in a dream. I hear your footsteps behind me, the sweetest lady in the street. that I have shown. And in the box of games of God, there is a fox that I have known. And in its heart, the blood is hot. Its heart is but a stone. There is a chain that I have worn, and on the chain a thought is hung. There is a pain forever born that sings a song forever sung. The song is but a stone, stone of love. Stone of love. Stone of love. Stone of love. There is a ledge beside a dome, and on the ledge adventure stands. There is an edge that is your home, and on the edge leads to romance. There is a voice without a sound, whose wisdom speaks in foolish rhyme. There is a choice that I have found between fear and sacred time. The choice is but a stone, stone of love.
most people it ain't true. It's easy to talk about changing, easy following through. Well, once it starts, it has to finish. Once it rolls, it's gotta crash. You know it finds its limit today's heroes, tomorrow's trash. He never blinks. He never blinks. He doesn't care what you think. 'Cause there's an eye in my hurricane. And there's an eye in my hurricane. There's something calm watching in the center of me. 'Cause there's an eye to my hurricane. People fly around me like dead leaves in high wind. They stream down the choking streets and never quite reach the end. Sometimes I wear blue buzzsaw, I wear like Mohawk steel. Sometimes I ride my fatal flaw, blindfolded, do about feel. He never blinks, he never blinks. He doesn't care what you think. 'Cause there's an eye in my hurricane. There's an eye in my hurricane. There's something calm watching in the center of me. 'Cause there's an eye to my hurricane. Sometimes I wear blue buzzsaw, I wear it like Mohawk steel. Sometimes I ride my fatal flaw, blindfolded, do about feel. He never blinks, he never blinks. He doesn't care what you think. 'Cause there's an eye in my hurricane. There's an eye in my hurricane. There's something calm watching in the center of me. 'Cause there's an eye to my hurricane. 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 not right. Sweep back the curtain and let in some light. If there is any light, she calls me, she summons me with a bird, and no amount of crying will set me free from her, and only weeping, finding my way into feeling, only just being will free me from her. Sometimes I flirt with despair, as if she were a lady, a pale black-haired lady.